Welcome everybody, this is Brothermutant here. Today we're continuing on our Kingdom Rush Origins playthrough. Let's see where we finish, shall we? I believe we finished the first 4 maps. 1, 2, 3, 4. Got all 3 stars from each of them. Now again, there's 2 more stars hidden in each of these guys in the Heroic and the Iron categories. But we're not doing that. We're just going to do the playthrough first. And if we get stuck somewhere and maybe need another star or 2 to kind of push us up and over the top with like a specific item we want to purchase, maybe we'll go back and show you what the harder content looks like. But we still have another place to go to. Now the question is are we taking this hero, or are we taking our new guy? I say we take the new guy. What the hey? This is a odd map. We got multiple points of entry, 2 points of exit. Makes it particularly difficult. So we just have to make sure that we're prepared. Now notice that they're giving us a first level 4 building for the foot soldiers in the form of barracks. This is the one that once you level them up to this level, the little dagger or sword wielding bastards that you see here, they stop shooting bows and arrows. So they literally are not ranged attackers anymore. So you really want to make sure you have ranged defenses around them with mage towers, archery towers, artillery, stuff like that. This one gives us, like I said, another hero. Alaria Swiftwind and her cute little kitty. So we're going to put her here. These guys are already at tier 1. As you can see, they'll have bows. You can tell by the building itself with the funny little teeth marks here. Move our wizard up here so he can stay behind the front line. So far, no one's coming from the left, or from the top or the bottom, excuse me. But we do have these guys coming from this direction. These will be the paths where those stupid catapults come through. And of course we have this wonderful little plant here that might be able to nuke them so long as no one else is nearby. But you really want to try to save the reinforcements or a lightning bolt spell specifically to target those guys. Otherwise they'll come in, launch a volley, explode your foot soldiers wherever they may be, and then just roll their happy butt back. And I think there might be money to be made by killing them. Might be a decent amount. I haven't been paying attention to it. As far as clickable stuff, notice that there are these wonderful little topiaries here. I like that one. Feed me, Seymour. We have various ones. That one's nice. But like I said, they do a good job for this stuff. I don't remember anything else being clickable in here besides obviously the plants, which are helpful. And of course the deer, which we can explode if we click them enough times. So let's start putting up some defenses, shall we? So we have our first line of defense here. Obviously everything has to come through the middle, presumably, and there's no path that gets blown open and they like sneak through. That does happen, but not on this map as far as I know. So let's do something around the corner so they get shot for decent long range. We could put, say, I like having foot soldiers in the back, as you know, just in case something were to sneak through. Now the question is do I double up on it? Because again, if they come through this way, I could have a problem. So this gives me whichever path they take, I have guys, right? If I level them up to tier 1, they can shoot. So if someone sneaks this way, these guys can shoot them while these guys melee them. So that's going to be our thing here. I'm going to put in a artillery there. Let's do another. Oops. Well, I guess that's it. Gotta keep better track of my monies. I'm going to put the wizard over here to see what kind of range he has.
By the ancient
Same with
powers.
her.
Shazam!
If it bleeds, I can kill it. Give me a target. Swords ready.
Alright. Nothing get popped up for new guys, so everything's normal. Get a little wizardly blizzard going. Yeah, you see, she does a good job, and she does get XP, so she should level up as well. Ooh, nice shot. I'm going to put a wizard tower there. Juice. Now I need to make sure we start preparing for these other areas, because this is not going to hold. So, unfortunately it looks like the next path is going this way, so we may have some time to save some money. But I do want to have, let's say, archery tower back here, just in case. That was clearly a waste. Aha, there is our first guy. So again, you can send your guys up here. They don't get rolled over as far as I know. Once they stop, they'll start attacking. that. And that gives you a chance to take those guys down. Those guys out. Yeah, see? Take out my guys in the back. Doesn't matter. Of all the guys that could have been killed, these are the ones I could care less about right now. They'll come back up and repopulate, so I'm not worried. Now let's actually upgrade that to a tier 2. And again, once we've unlocked the one tower, we have access to it from every map here on. So remember, these ones can actually all the way go up to the arcane archers, the blue tower that allows them to damage or weaken their magic resistance. So I don't want to worry about guys back here. So doing good for XP already. Well, he did. Doesn't matter. Okay, so we got guys over here. I'm gonna work him backwards.
By the light of the moon.
She can stay here. Weak damage for the smaller targets.
I bend all elements. Elemental fury.
Season begins.
Double power to help out. She will melee. Too far away. She will melee, just like our other bowman that we did not take, the other hero. But she's not great at it again. So if she's a ranged attacker primarily, that's what you really want to keep her on. See, she managed to melee that guy, but he was already about to die. She actually lost a decent amount of health. Alright, I'm good now.
By the ancient powers.
I must admit, I do like the wizards that they have in this game. The sorcerers and wizards are fun. Oh, let's see what we got. Let's do a little archer tower on this side. They can catch both sides. A little bit of help. I can actually reach almost over here. Remember, the dogs avoid foot soldiers. Go real fast through them, so you just want to have lots of ranged attacks. That way. Early. A little extra money. I need to start working about over here. I guess we'll just do a straight up
Season
bowman.
begins. Trust our aim.
See, that's the highest I can make right there.
All elements.
Slow your roll there, Junior. Oh, but I do see a problem. Come on. There we go.
Elemental fury.
Okay, boys.
By the ancient powers.
Two of them right over here, so it's down that corner. I remember spacebar still works for him. As far as I know, there's no way to make her move without clicking on her or clicking on her portrait. So if you want these secondary heroes to move, you really need to click on them specifically. So move him back up, her as well. What you guys got for me?
Hunting season begins.
Slightly better towers over there, so they do a little more damage. And of course, we can slow them down. Cool. Get these up to the first tier so they can shoot. Gives us some range. That's close enough. Hey, made it. Here's it. Nice. Right. Through.
Our aim.
Nice tier 3 over there. Start peppering the crap out of them. Very nice. Very nice. Oh, I'm getting overrun.
Elemental fury.
Ready for our druid, who's yet to get his first tier 4 building unlocked, so we won't be
By
able to do
the
that in this
ancient
map.
powers.
That's okay.
Swords
The
ready.
very first tower you get, if I'm not mistaken, is actually pretty good. It's the one... Is it the one? I think it's the one that allows you to summon a bear, so you can actually make physical troops. Which is pretty cool, because it gives you another way they can make foot soldiers, kind of like these guys. Obviously better, but obviously limited in that it only makes like one bear and then another bear. You have to unlock both of them instead of getting 3 troop soldiers at the same time. A bit of that. Oops. Sorry, baby.
Swords ready.
No, don't click me. Coward.
Incoming.
Oops. See what happens when I'm not paying attention? This is why they do that stuff, so they can literally distract you from your mission. Alright. Oh, tower time.
Swords ready.
Again, I can move him over here to help out.
Incoming.
I bend all elements.
I've got the little wizards that like shutting down my towers and my flowers, excuse me. So I'm gonna take them out if at all possible.
Swords ready.
Elemental fury.
I'm gonna explode some damage, and of course the sleep arrows that randomly shoot. Might as well just upgrade the mage tower to the highest tier here so that they're taking full damage. If they have mage magic resistance, this is taking it away from them with each shot. So that's good enough for me. Get a little closer so they can start shooting and give them a little upgrade. Remember, one more upgrade and now they won't be able to shoot. So I want to keep them at that level if I can. At least for the short term. Until I get some more ranged defenses in the area up. So far we're doing pretty good. New guy, Twilight Harassers. Oh, these ones suck. Okay, so these are their version of bowmen. They can melee too, and will. However, the first time you melee them, they will shadow jump backwards. You'll see them do this little ninja flip or whatever, where they whoop, teleport and they'll hop back and then start shooting. Remember, ranged attacks are better than melee attacks for these type of guys. So, if you melee them, that's what we're talking about. Just once. After that, it's a done deal. So if they teleport from your first army and you have the reinforcements ready to rock and roll, I'll give you an example. Teleport, and then teleport your reinforcements back here. They have no choice but to melee them at that point. These ones hadn't teleported yet, so they got one teleport in them, basically, is my point.
Quiver and quake.
Yeah. Nice. 350 AoE damage on that. Boom, sucker. Again, they're pretty good bowmen themselves, so these guys are pretty tough. They do a decent clip of damage. Nice bow down here, so I'm not doing quite so much. Ooh, managed to get me before it can shut off my flower. Ha ha ha. Take that damage.
By the ancient powers.
Doing good, super good. Better bow going over here.
Shazam!
I don't have to worry about them meleeing, so retrieve just the tiniest bit. Oh no!
I bend all elements.
Or kill her like super fast is another possibility, and I just didn't notice. Alright, got those up. Next.
Elemental fury.
Get over here,
By
elemental
the
fury, and
ancient
blast some
powers.
bastards. There we go, nice.
For the
Team.
queen. Trust our aim.
Alright. Now we got enough range defenses, maybe one back here. I'll turn these guys now into meleeers because they really do a lot more damage, obviously. They specialize. Oop. Almost missed it. Oh hell. Super almost missed it.
Swords ready.
Fortunately, it doesn't appear that these guys can get to them this way.
I've been to all
But they
elements.
can't shoot in that direction, so if they have arrows in their mouth, they could be problematic. I'm using these reinforcements to slow this one down so I don't get overwhelmed up here with this mess. So basically this is another way that you stagger the effects of the bad guys coming your way. I'm actually going to do some AoE explosions because since they seem to cluster up here, all the bad guys, maybe having exploding arrows would be the worst idea ever.
Reinforce.
You can do pretty good damage to these guys, but they're still tough.
Swords ready.
I have the explosion arrow every so often. Random freeze ability. That was his icy prison.
Reinforce.
Got minor damage, but comes in super handy when you need it. Alright, now that that's up,
Honor to
we want these guys to be blade guys. Now, the pause the game for this part, because if I do it, I can't show it to you. So, the first upgrade here in the middle, Blade Singer's attack damage increases by 5 and attack speed by 20%. Obvious, just straight up upgrade. Next one here is 10% chance of becoming invulnerable for 2 seconds. Obviously 10%, and then there's 3 notches here, so it probably gets better and lasts longer with each upgrade. And then we have special maneuver that slashes up to 2 times, doing 25 to 35 damage. Obviously, again, tiered 1, 2, 3, so it gets more, or does more slashes, or both. So that's going to be something that you will see. Now, what to upgrade? Well, base is nice. You might as well just do that, so that we're always just doing full damage, so to speak. Choppy pretty good, it looks like. So that's been working out well for us. Archer. But remember, they won't engage doggies, so we really need to make sure that we have our shooters back here doing their thing. So if I were doing
By
pretty
the
good,
ancient power.
right. Good work, good work. Got guys. Nice. Nice towers here are full. Make the bowman in the back here just a little bit better. Nice. I'm saving my reinforcements for, again, another volley that might come through. Or stuff like this. Remember, they can shoot stuff. It's enough to take these little bow bastards out. Ah, perfect timing too, look at that.
I've been to all elements.
Here. AoE explosion while we're at it. He's done. Let's get he's done. Shot. Cool. Sleep arrows on that one. Let's go sleep arrows on this one too. Remember, until you unlock them, I believe they don't have the ability to do that. So you always want to check for something special, like a special attack ability here. Just unlocking is enough to get the base ability. Another exploding in the ocean, why not? Doing okay, but man, we're getting overrun with some range guys in the back. Moving the wizard in the back a little bit. Get my chance to help out.
Swords ready.
Greenhouse a little here.
By the ancient powers.
Over here, why not? Here. Come in now, let's do it. Oh, the fire guys though. Oh, that's not good. Okay, we'll be fine. But it's gonna be rough on this road here. They got my elf.
I've
Alright,
been
bro.
to all elements.
It's out of that mess. Keep these guys over here.
By the
These
ancient
guys over
powers.
here. Increase the explosion on that. On the side of here. Take out some of these guys from earlier. Slow down move. Uppers.
Shazam!
If it's me, it's my
Wonder what she's worth shot at. Thank God they heal quick. That's another good bonus for having healers. They regenerate really reasonably fast. And many of them have regen as an actual ability. So you'll actually see many of them have upgradable regeneration. Where we say heals 6 health a round or something such. So, if you keep upgrading them that way, you should do so. Boom! We were successful and finished with a gob of money too. That was nice. Not that we needed it, of course. Just means that I was being frugal more than I needed to be. I could have leveled up all kinds of the towers. Alright, so upgrade. Now we're one away, you see from here, the Moon Sentinels. These are Moon Sentinels are elite elven huntresses riding giant panthers. These are our reinforcements, remember? But remember, I have 1 point here. So a 3 plus 1 is 4. So if I just reset, I have the best reinforcements I can have for you now. Yes, that means we're not as good with the archer attack damage, but I don't care. I'd rather have those guys be awesome. He leveled up, so as you can see, we have another 4 orbs to spend. And again, I could reset them and redistribute. I could just go with the stuff that's here, but you can see I can already upgrade my elemental storm. Remember, that's the special power he gives me, my clickable ability. So now it does more damage and blah, blah, blah. Now, the next tier is what you're seeing here. Tornado gets improved. Lightnings freezes enemies, and area damage is increased to 320 over 8 seconds. So again, a better upgrade at level 2, and even more still stuff that will show up at level 3. We've unlocked, though, another hero. She's level 4, so let's actually just do the thing where we do like that, see what we have to work with, and then we have maybe one more upgrade. Now, I'm not saying that's where I'm going to put them, but we have quite a bit we can spend, so let's reset that selector so that we actually...
nice.
That's right, sugar and spice and everything nice. So this is the pixie, and she summons other pixies with her. So let's read her abilities. Okay, so first, this is the power she gives me. Fairy does a quick spell that stuns all enemies in an area for 3 seconds. 3 seconds is the next upgrade, tier 1. So it's probably only 2 seconds from me right now. Okay, now notice that it's, well, probably actually only 3.5 or something such. Now it's 4.5. And then the next one after that would be 6. So here would be 6. That's the best I can get you. But that's crazy. That's using altar stuff. I would never do that. I'd rather unlock her actual abilities first, because this one I already have, which is not great. And then we can see what happens from there. So what do these ones do? We have Fairy Soul, a burst of fairy magic that heals up to 3 allied units for 50 health. Obviously, the higher you go, the more they heal. 100 health, 150 health. Very nice. So, I'll reset that. Fairy Tail summons 2 pixie warriors to block and fight enemies. So these are her pixie folk. They're like smoke folk. Kind of like magic versions of herself. Kind of like mirror image that attack. Okay, so this is 2, is what you'd have if I unlock it. Tell it to 1. Next one would be 3, and then this one here would be 4. So that's the best you got. For here, sends forth 2 pixies to strike nearby enemies for 10 to 30 magic damage each. 3 pixies, and they do total 40 damage each. 4 pixies will be the next one here, and they do 18 to 50 damage each. So again, steady increases, and again, very cheap as far as how many points it costs to invest in it. Here, Pixie's Curse. Each pixie attack has a 20% chance of cursing an enemy, stunning it for 0.5 seconds. Stuns it now for 1 second at level 2 here. And then at level 3, it'll finally stun them for 1.5 seconds. And again, I think the percentages are changing. Nope, it's always 20%. Okay, so minimum want to unlock these things so that you can, so that you can see what she's capable of. Remember, we always have this one. It's just a crappy version for it right now. And yes, I can unlock it too if I wanted to. But let's actually unlock these and see if something sticks out as more interesting. I do like the healing, but you know, if they're not taking damage, it's a wasted ability. I do like the extra pixies because that's extra fighters for me, technically speaking. And I do like the sending pixies forth and doing more damage. Curses are nice and all that. I'm not particularly worried about the upgrade for that. That's probably the last thing we can care about at this point. So let's actually get this. And in fact, let's get all of them. Get all 4 pixies out at once. Done. And this will be our next area. As you can see, winding area. So let's see what this one has to offer. Now they've given us an upgraded Mage Tower Tier 4. This is the Wild Magus, and this little spastic bastard. I mean, you want to talk about Blaster Catcher, that's what this dude is. They just do nothing but hurl, attack, attack, attack. And I'm not kidding, it is super quick. Not the best damage ever, because they're zipping them out so fast. But for when you need to like take something out, as far as aerial attackers, this dude is going to be great. I still like having archers here. I do like having reinforcements in the back. Let's level them up at least to tier 1, tier 2, so that they can shoot, because that comes in handy. We're going to have guys coming this way eventually, but I'm not worried about it yet. This is not a spot that you can build, neither is this, but it will become interesting as we go further into this mission. So keep an eye out for things that happen to these locations. That's just a hint for the future to come. I'm going to do a one more foot soldier. I'm not going to make them tier 2, but I will have them here to slow things down. I will make an artillery here. So I like that big curve to be the artillery if at all possible. I'll do a mage tower at one of these and an archery tower at one of these, and then the same down here will be a lot of ranged towers. Probably have like a archery tower here, though. Probably one of the first things I want. Now, of course, we bring our pixie hero over here. These are new panthers. They're still ranged attackers and still melee stuff. Here's our sleep spell. Those we're getting a little help from our friends. Those are her 4 pixies that she summons. And they attack just like she does. So now it's like having 5 little warriors there. Pretty sweet, right? They can be hurt, they can die. She'll resummon them. But she's a little bit badass in my opinion. Again, we still have our magic flowers. You want to make sure we don't forget to put this one on top.
Here I come to save the day!
You little spastic monkey. As far as clickables, I don't see anything that's really just do their thing. Almost got me. Really need to make sure to have those ranged towers up. Take those purples out. Zip on through. Alright, I want a mage tower. I definitely want it here so I can start working on building towards this. Oh, we need to save a little cash for that though. And here comes our money wave. Anytime you see generic flyers like this, usually that's an indication they're trying to give you a little cash. Because they're usually easy to take out.
Got that power? Let's put a smile on that face! Reinforce!
For the queen!
Swords ready! Nice and everything nice!
Our aim.
Incoming!
That was close.
Slipping steady.
Reinforce!
She don't have her little pet buddies out with her. She doesn't do crap all for damage. That's the real problem with the Pixie, in my opinion. Not that she's not great, it's just when it really penalizes you heavily.
Time is mana.
Get one of wizards up a little bit. So they can shoot a little farther, would be nice too.
Got that power.
There you go. Doing good, guys. Doing good.
Incoming.
Thank God for reinforcements that can shoot at range. Nice. This is the Wild Magus Tower. Oh, hey there. Bombardier, check you up. See what I talked about the location? If you click them, that's the path he'll take to shoot stuff. He comes back eventually. It takes a while for him to recharge. He doesn't have a timer on him. And he'll just sit there until you use him. So if you start getting overrun, down here is a good time to slap that guy out and let him do some damage, for instance. Like that. Nice. Now, of course, we're getting the wizardly problem that we always have. Guys, we can shut off my little flowers. Plus, I can do a little work on them. You can see the amount of smacking this guy does. See what I'm saying? And that's just his normal setting. We haven't upgraded him yet. By the way, his abilities are silence one enemy. So notice how these guys are casting spells that nerf my flowers. That's a spell-like ability that we can nerf with this for a short period of time. Obviously not permanent. Here's the Eldritch Doom. It's like an insta-kill move. Where it basically picks a target, they die from the beam, and they explode doing AoE damage to their friends. So, a nice little ability to have. Fortunately, we can still sleep those goobers. Broke them. Where's my money?
Swords ready.
Those wizards are really starting to piss me off. Don't like towers being tier 1 if I can help it. I usually try to get them to tier 2 minimum. Really get a good bang for your buck. They don't cost that much usually to upgrade. She's real weak, so you gotta make sure that she summons her friends and then bounces out of the area. I'm getting overrun here, so again, another way that I can solve this problem is get my clickables back a little sooner. Should be okay. There we go. I think a little blast move, as you saw. Let's get these guys up a little bit so we can shoot. Teleporting goobers again. Not bad. These guys just a little bit out.
Season begins.
Here I come to save the day. Let's put a smile on that face.
See, such a spastic here.
Our aim.
Again, we still have our Griffin. Floods. Oh, she died. Good news is her friends don't disappear immediately. Great. Just so they're a little tougher. Shoot a little more. Get a little AoE arrows to the center here. On that side. Now, if you had surmised what this one does, you got a pretty good idea what this one's going to be. So later on in the wave, we're going to get another fire-breathing griffin to show up, which is going to be awesome. And they'll sit there and they take a slightly different path. So when you see that, know that that's what's going to be.
Hunting season begins. What's our aim?
Help whittle down these little doofuses. I could probably even pull her out to have some fun here. bit. Let's do these silence moves so you can see hopefully they're affecting these guys. They put basically like a swirl over their head or some such, so it's kind of obvious that they've been debuffed.
Swords ready.
The debuff though is to prevent them from casting their spell. In this case, the one spell that they have is to mess with our. Oh god! Oh god! Oh, one got through. Good bastard. Fast little zippy little wolves, man, I'm telling you. Let's go down so we can do damage to these wizards over here. Like a Roman Spooky, spooky time. There's our next griffin, and this is his path here and there. See that? Super handy. Again, he's just like the other one, he'll just sit there until you click him. He'll come back later. We still haven't had this one come back. You can have both on the map, just like that. So again, stuff is the problem. Remember what pass they take. This. Yeah. Eat that. Wizard is doing a little smacky, smacky, smacky. Like I said, they don't do a lot of damage, but man, they can pump out the hits. I thought for sure we hit that guy. Good insta-kill move here. Wait, zap some guys. Just to thin them out a little bit. I don't like bearing down on me this way. So, nice, nice. They sleep every now and again, it hurts. Just in case. I'm doing okay over here. Sure, those guys die. Very nice, very nice.
Swords ready.
Slow them down so they get shot at. I don't care what reinforcements die.
Incoming.
Nice upgrade there. Doing pretty good. That one little doofus got through. That kind of pissed me off. Those dogs are quick. You're not paying attention. Don't take much. They sneak on by you. Griffin's back if I need him. Slow these guys down. Here. Next Griffin's back if I need him. Let's do it. Yeah. Barge little bastards. Teleport Nels, man, those guys really do suck. They are not fun. Uh-oh, uh-oh. Guys are getting through. Guys are getting through. What the hell are you doing to me, team? Down to 18, that might not be enough for us to get 3 stars. It's okay. Again, if you have to repeat a map, it's common. They can maybe upgrade these guys to the badasses. Got enough range attack over here, I think we're okay. Flyers to come by. Griffin. This was just in case guys come back here quicker. Deal with both of them showing up at the same time. So slow some of those guys down. Gonna group up nicely. AoE damage. Looks like we got wizard fun again. Zappy, zappy. So these guys will put a little smackdown on the target because it takes a while. Actually upgrade these guys for their special ability. Man, those guys are tough. Last wave, the question is, can we hold the line? Great gun for some damage. Fry it. Bastard. Yes. Oh, and killed him with the explosion. Oh, boss fights. Yes. So now, every once in a while, a map will drop a boss. In this case, I mean, it always happens. It's not random. But basically now our job is, now that the waves are over, to kill this doofus. And as you can see, he's going to summon buddies and not just a general jerk. So you better have solid defense and don't be selling off power helmet. You see he's not taking a lot of damage here. I do need to kind of slow him down a bit. So send in some foot soldiers. Send in more foot soldiers. Remember, every time you upgrade them, tier 1 to 2 to 3 to this is 4, then you'll get more foot soldiers just ready to show up. Now if I tier them again, they don't just magically show up because they're already tier 4. But can pull back. Can sweep some of them. Might as well pull her down here. And we gotta try to slow this doofus down as the goal. Good. It's like he's blown his wad. It's basically just, oh, no, he still got friends. Okay. That's right, sugars and spices. Nice shot, guys. Those wizards, man, the Megas, just put hitting on them. Yo! Why so serious? And Robin of Elfwood. What? Got all 3 stars. See? 18 hearts, still managed to get all 3. That's not going to happen, I think, on every map, but when it does happen, you'll really do appreciate it. Now that this one's full, I can leave it alone and start working on something else. We can get, for example, our point back here. Hell, I can even get to increase archer attack range. I like the sound of that. Reduce basic barracks construction costs. Yes, please. So now our barracks will be a little cheaper to build. So we'll say done. Notice that she did not level up with all that. She still had fun. But we still have these guys. He's still good at 2. He's at 4. She's at 4. We have yet to unlock the next guy. But that will be our next video. With that, my name is Brothermutant. Please like, subscribe, comment down below, tell me what you guys think, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye now.